Good morning, Hercules. Not quite so sunny this morning. So today we are going to have a look at how you can change your information that you found yesterday about your person you're going to write about and start changing those into paragraphs. This is going to be your rough draft because we're going to do some editing. So just do your best, and I would try and see if you can get all 4 subheadings written about today. So write all of them. You could do an introduction as well at the beginning. Of course, if you've got a fact box, you would need to do that as well. Or if that seems like a lot of writing, maybe do half today and half tomorrow. I will still be uploading another video, but you could do that as well because it's going to be talking about editing. Right, so we need capital letters, full stops, question marks, exclamation marks, commas, all those kind of things that you're going to want to use. A lovely nice range of conjunctions. Think about your spelling. Have a go at writing paragraphs. And think about what you want to write before you write it. Paragraphs is actually going to be quite easy because you've got subheadings. So as soon as you finish the information for that subheading, that's the end of your paragraph. You move on to a new one with your next subheading. So I'm going to talk to you about my first paragraph, which is Frida's early life. So here's my information. So I already had this gorgeous book about Frida, and then I found some information for Key Stage 2 children on the internet. So what I did was I've highlighted the bits that I thought I might want to use, and then I have to have a go at writing it, but in my own words. Okay, so it says lots about her, where she was born and her parents and those kind of things, but that's not what I want. So I've highlighted Frida and her date of birth, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to say Frida was born on the 6th of July 1907 in her parents' house. Now that's not what it says here. It says in the house of her parents, known as the Blue House. So I'm going to put Frida was born on the 6th of July 1907 in her parents' house, comma, which was called the Blue House. Now that's going to have capital letters because it's the name of something. Now in this piece of information it says she has 2 half-sisters, but in this book it says she has 6 sisters. So I've got to decide which piece of information I want to use. I could go on and do some more research, or I could just choose which one. I think I'm going to go with the book, okay? So I'm going to use Frida again. Try not to keep using pronouns all the time. She, he. Try and do a bit of both. Mix it up. Frida had 6 sisters. Now I know from reading this book that it says she had sisters, but she often felt lonely. It says often Frida is lonely even though she has 6 sisters. So I'm going to put that in. Frida had 6 sisters, but she still felt lonely and made, spelled that wrong, herself an imaginary friend, as it's on this page. And I think that's really important to include because of all her beautiful creative artwork that comes later. She obviously had an amazing imagination. Well, actually it says imaginary friends. Oh no, imaginary friend, yeah. It made herself an imaginary friend. Well, that's the end of my whiteboard, but it wouldn't be the end of my paragraph because I would want to put in this bit about her dad being a photographer. Her dad was a photographer and she helps him with his art, with his photography. Okay, so we've got it here. Frida's dad is an artist and he teaches her how to use a paintbrush. Okay, and this is her with her imaginary friend. This is her with where she gets polio when she's a little girl. And this is her dad teaching her how to colour in the photographs, paint on them before they could have full colour photography was a thing. So I'm going to include all of that in that paragraph. And then I'm going to keep going about her. She's extremely clever, really loves science, wanted to be a doctor. I'm going to keep talking about that until we get to the day where she has this terrible accident, a bus accident, when she's 18. Okay, so that's all of the bit that I would include in that paragraph, writing it in my own words. So reading it and then thinking how I would retell that fact back to somebody who didn't know and using that to help me. So almost talking myself through it. You could ask somebody at home to help you with this if you want to, if you're finding this bit tricky. But we have done it in class. Remember our Egyptian piece? It was fabulous, all that writing you did. You could think about those skills we used then. Right, so that's your job today. Try and do all of it. If you can't, do half of it today and half of it tomorrow. And I'll be talking about editing tomorrow again. And I'll show you one of my longer pieces and we can talk through that tomorrow. Okay. Have lots of fun today. Stay safe. I hope it gets sunnier. Take care. Bye.